Pred nekoliko godin jedna anketa pokaže, дека Finska ima повеќе метал бендови по глава на жител од било која друга земја. Па од тука не е ниту изненадување дека најголемиот дел на класични музичари од Финска се занимаваат како и вие со метал.
I think we have a great history of good metal bands in the country, and that has always encouraged people, to form bands and try hard to get abroad, and I think there's something in the brutality and on the roughness and rawness of heavy metal that really fits to these people. That's why we have so many metal bands in Finland.
Зошто вие започнавте да свирите чело?
I started to play cello when I was age of 9 years old, and I just wanted to start to play something. I didn't think about the instrument too much. I actually started to play drums at the same age, at the age of nine, and I never thought that I would be a cello player until I was a teenager, late teenager, like age of 16, 17 years old, when I got into the Sibelius Academy, the Music University of Finland. And from then on, it was pretty clear that I'm going to be... Okay, it looked like I'm going to be a classical cello player, but then we formed Apokaliptika, the first album. Things changed a lot.
Очигледно прашање во овој момент е што ве натера да свирите heavy metal со чело?
Yeah, why we started to play metal with cellos. The reason was very simple, because even we were studying classical music, we were big metal fans and loved metal music. And there's a background. Before Apokaliptika, we had a group of 6 cellos, and we played everything from Bach to Jimi Hendrix with that group. And I thought, okay, if we can play Purple Haze with cellos, we should be able to play For Whom the Bell Tolls. And that was the very first time we tried how metal music would work with cellos. And obviously we didn't think about making any albums or forming a real band. I think it was more like a bunch of friends having time together playing their favorite music. And it was...
Доколку би зборувале за емоции, дали е лесно да се прикажат емоции преку heavy metal музика? Нели е сепак полесно тоа да се стори преку класичната музика?
I wouldn't compare when it comes to the emotions of music. I wouldn't compare different music styles too much, because that's what's common in all music. Music is all about emotions, and different kind of music you can create, and you can transmit different kind of emotions. And for me, some reason, some of the classical music and some of metal music, they bring same kind of feelings, and therefore I can't really separate them. But it's also difficult to put classical music into one pot or one section, because inside classical music there are tons and tons of different styles, different characters, different composers, and different eras. Sometimes it's misunderstood. Some little bit that classical music is just one type of music. It's tons of different styles of music.
20 години од албумот Place Metallica by Four Cellos. Може ли да ми кажете зошто токму Metallica?
Metallica was the favorite number one of all the metal bands on that time when we started the band. Started to play metal with cellos, and also I was a big fan of bands like Metallica, Sepultura, Pantera, Anthrax, Slayer, and maybe Metallica's music had a certain tonality, a lot of harmonies. It was very melodic as well, and maybe that felt like all those favorite bands, that felt like Metallica's music is maybe more suitable for classical instruments. Of course, we have played later. We have played Sepultura and Pantera and Fate No More, and many other bands, but I think the Metallica was the most important music for me when it started.
Верувавте ли во тој момент дека ќе доживеете ваква слава и ваква популарност, па ќе одржувате концерти ширум светот, Австрија, Загреб, Белград, Скопје, Истанбул и низ многу други градови?
First of all, we never thought that we will make an album. Then we played first time for metal audience in Helsinki. It was the year 1995, and based on that, one guy who owned a small independent record company, he asked us to make an album. And we didn't expect any success. We thought if we sell 1,000 copies of the CD, and get a couple of gigs. That's pretty cool. So we didn't expect anything. We have got now on the road for 20 years and released 8 studio albums, and it's amazing to come back to those countries we've been playing many times, and it's amazing to see that how the fan base is growing, and it's growing, and we get more and more followers for Apokaliptika world. So we are very, very thankful.
Na prvите концерти на самиот почеток на кариерата Апокалиптика седеа и свиреа. Тој формален израз со текот на годините се промени, па често пати сега можеме да ве видиме како и се движите низ бината. Дали со сето ова се смени и начинот на свирење?
In the early years, 20 years ago and more, we played in a very classical way, and the playing technique was, of course, very classical. And it made it very hard. We were able to play maybe 15 or 20 minutes long sets, and then we just felt that our hands are worn out. And playing more and more shows and playing more live, we found out that we developed the playing techniques and the whole way of how we handle the instrument in the way that it became more ergonomic in a way, still more powerful at the same time. And when we started to play by standing, it's maybe year 2000, when Perttu came into the band, we found out that actually you can play cello in any position. Of course, you can't play everything in any position, but you know, you can do a lot of things, and actually by playing by standing, that also changed our playing technique a lot more, to be more about that we use the body weight to create the sound, you know, to have the power in the sound and the intensity. So I don't know, my playing technique. Sometimes I play mainly most of the riffs and the very, very heavy stuff, and sometimes I'm saying that it is closer to shoveling or, you know, some other physical work than cello playing. But of course it has developed a lot based on what kind of material we are playing.
Во текот на сиве овие години воопшто не го свртевте грбот на класичната музика, впрочем сите четворица членови на Апокалиптика и понатаму работат во некој од оркестрите во Финска.
Of course, since over 10 years, Apokaliptika has been taking so much time and so much concentration, and of course the touring, and so it's hard to, you know, maintain the classical world. Of course, when we practice by ourselves, we play classical music like Bach, solo suites by Bach and stuff like that. Perttu is doing quite a lot of classical concerts time to time, and I also like to play classical music, but also, as I said, that we composed a classical opera with Perttu for Finnish National Opera. That's very exciting. So we never, you know, the reason why Apokaliptika exists is that we are not separating classical music and metal music. They both live inside ourselves, and both are very important for us. So it would be impossible completely to turn it back.
И за самиот крај, тука сте веќе по трет пат доаѓате во Македонија. Што е она што македонската публика може да очекува и што тие за возврат ќе добијат од Апокалиптика?
So coming back to Macedonia, it's our expectations are very high because the memories are very clear from the last visits, and especially last time was just amazing that so many people came to the show, and the energy and the love what we felt from our fans that just made us speechless. We were really amazed about that. So we also had in general we had a good time in Macedonia, and really looking forward to come back. And this is a different concept now. What comparing to next time? So I'm expecting people to be surprised, enjoying the Metallica thing, and I'm also expecting ourselves enjoying a lot again, because the memories from the last time are great. We love it. So see you